All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to GLC TV. We're going to be doing one more, actually a few more, hope TCG Live gameplay videos for GLC on TCG Live. We're getting to the last 2 days, so I'm going to try and make as many more videos of these as I can. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying seeing some decks being played for GLC on the TCG Live app. And for today, we're going to be playing some Fire, and we're going to just be doing some vanilla Fire with the Burn Brightly Charizard. I'm going to get right into it, but I'm going to put the deck up on the screen for you guys to see while I matchmake because I don't have a ton of time today. Probably going to be able to just do one game. But yeah, this is a Fire deck. We haven't played Fire on the channel yet in TCG Live. All right, we're playing against Kaylin Howlett. Nice. So we're going to be playing the Burn Brightly Charizard to double our energy, but we're also going to be playing the Skeledirge in this deck. You often see them separate, you either see Skeledirge or Charizard, but I actually really like them together. No, we do not want to go first. I like playing them together because they complement each other really well and they cover for each other really well. Skeledirge is a 2 energy attacker that doesn't need Charizard, but when Charizard's in play, it can attack for just 1 energy, which is really strong. And we're starting off with Chi-Yu. The other support package in this deck is going to be the Salazzle that lets us draw 3 cards, and the Magcargo with Smooth Over, which lets us put any card from our deck on top of the deck after we shuffle. All right, we're playing against a Darkrai, maybe a Hydreigon Darkness deck with a Luxcape and a Darkness Energy and Earthen Vessel. For us, we are going second, which is great. We've got Welder. Actually, we've got Air Balloon and Artisan, which with a Welder, we could actually go into Entei and do 120. So this is actually a really good hand. And we can 2-hit KO this Darkrai with an Entei with going very early, so we can go very aggressive here. We could also go for Volcarona and do the Volcarona turn 1 energy acceleration, but I feel like we don't really need it. It'll depend on what's prized, of course. Right, your opponent's having maybe a rough start here. So yeah, with the Magcargo, you can smooth over, put a card on top, and then with the Salazzle, if you've got an energy in hand to discard, you get to draw whatever card you put on top immediately, plus 2 more cards. You get a lot of card advantage and a lot of searching. It is a bit easy to disrupt, though. All right, let's see what's in the deck. We're helping our opponent out with this Artisan, of course, but that's all right. There's the Entei that we're going to want to get powered up. We see we've got Salazzle, Slugma, and Charmander. And we've got no Fuecoco. Salazzle, Magcargo, but the Charmander line's here. So let's get the Entei. And then the thing that we're trying to build to is this Heatmore with the exciting flame attack. So if you can get a Charizard out, get 3 energy onto the Heatmore, you're doing 90 to the active, 180 to the bench. You can get 2 prizes that way. All right, this is looking really good. Let's go ahead and Welder to the Entei. Kind of an insane hand. There's our Charmander and our Charmeleon, so that's great. I'm going to retreat into the Entei. Attach. Play the Charmander, and the Entei works really well with the Charizard as well. Oh, that's right, we're only doing 100 because of the Darkness Guard ability on the Darkrai. But if we attach another energy next turn, we will be able to take the knockout and take 2 prizes. So yeah, this Entei works really well because if you double the fire energy with Charizard, you're doubling the damage increase. You get 40 more damage for each energy card attached while you have a Charizard in play with this Entei. And oh no, this coughing will not do. Should be definitely running the Ascension coughing. And they Arven for a Cape of Toughness and an Evolution Incense, which they won't be able to use. Okay, this is a different Weezing. What is this? Now confused. Oh, this looks like a bit of a silly one. Oh, this was 20 more damage for each darkness energy. Okay, so they're going for the like Hydro Pump darkness attackers. Kind of interesting. So we'll go ahead and evolve into Charmeleon. We will Artisan. And we'll go ahead and get Slugma. I usually try to prioritize Slugma because if you can get Slugma and Magcargo going early, then you can set up your draws for the rest of the game and get into Salazzle and other things. And now we'll Marnie and get rid of their wheezing that they search for. You don't really want to search for cards like that you can't play, because it just gives your opponent a chance to, to Marnie you. So that's going to be a quick victory. Let's do one more. Good game, Kaylin. Fortunate draws there. A little bit all in on the theme with the Darkness Hydro Pump. I think Galarian Weezing is worth playing, even if it doesn't match your Darkness deck's theme, because it's just such a strong early play to lock down your opponent's abilities and slow them down, and then gives you time to set up. We're playing against Spear Comet. Got a phone call. We're starting with the Chi-Yu once again. It's like our opponent had to mulligan. Ooh, we're playing a Psychic deck with a Moo Moo Milk. Oh my gosh. And a Unit Energy. So maybe they're playing... Oh, this might be like a Pheasantipity heal deck. So let's see what we're up against. This will probably be our last one. It's a Dragon deck with a Unit Energy. Crazy. Okay. Regidrago with a cape. Our hand is not quite as good as it was previously, but we've got some options. Candy's good. With the Evo Incense is good. Cynthia and Caitlyn could be useful. So let's attach a Capture Energy. We've got Charmander. We've also got Fuecoco prized again. But all of our other evolution lines seem to be here. Now, I think the question is, do we go for Slugma or Charmander with the rare candy first? And I think the answer is we actually go for Slugma. And then smooth over to set up next turn. We play the we'll play the Evo Incense to get it next turn. And then let's Cynthia and Caitlyn. Let's discard. I think we'll keep the Mallow and Lana and maybe get rid of the Night Stretcher. Okay, we found some more energy. That's good. I'm going to hold off, and I think we're just going to go with the pass. Now, there's no double dragon in this format or in TCG Live, so we're not really at risk of being attacked unless they have something like Giovanni's Charisma, which would be unfortunate. Okay, nothing. Attach pass. And they're going to need a grass energy. No, I guess they could have a fire energy. There's our Charmander, so that's good. Let's go ahead and Evo Incense for the Meg Cargo. I think this probably changes our smooth over targets. But before we smooth over, let's go ahead and use the Earthen Vessel. And see, do we have Ball Guy? Yes, there's Ball Guy. So we could get Timer Ball, Quick Ball, and Nest, and maybe Ultra Ball. And that way we can get the Charizard and the Salandit into play. So let's go ahead and smooth over. And we'll put the Ball Guy on top. I'm not sure about attaching here because I'm guessing Chi-Yu is probably going to get knocked out. But I guess what we could do is we could attach and then use Flarebringer and then attach the Charmander. And that way our Charmander has energy to retreat next turn. And if they don't have the energy to attack, then we'll have energy on our Chi-Yu as well. There's a Rainbow Energy, so they're going to get the attack off. Hopefully they don't have a Gust or even an Escape Rope would be bad. Haven't been able to Dragon Sword. Usually Regidrago really strong, being able to draw cards, but their hand seems to be very bad. What they've got, probably a bunch of evolutions and or supporters and or recovery cards. So now we're going to send out the Charmander. And now with the ball guy, what we can do is play the ball guy. We'll get, let's get Nest Ball, Timer Ball, and then Ultra Ball. And then let's see. Can't play the Mellow, which is unfortunate, but let's go ahead and Timer Ball, see what we get. Great. So we get to get Charizard and the Salazzle. Charizard and Salazzle. Oh, did we not get... I don't think we had Hisuian Heavy Ball, so that's unfortunate. And then we'll Nest Ball for Salandit. And here, I think we actually can just take the knockout. Oh, no, we can't because we're not going to be able to do enough damage. But we can rescue Stretcher for the Chi-Yu. Play the Chi-Yu. Attach to the Chi-Yu. Retreat. Send out the Chi-Yu. And now with the Rare Candy, evolve to Charizard. So now that Chi-Yu has 2 Fire Energy, it can use Mega Fire of Envy to do 140. And what we'll do is we will smooth over and we'll just go ahead and grab our Field Blower. Oh, did we not put Field Blower in here? There should have been a Field Blower. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. What we'll do then is we'll probably get... Well, you just get a Lux Cape and put it on the Charizard to protect it. Okay, and now we can make a Fire of Envy. Yeah, I need to put a Field Blower. Or no, I think there is a Field Blower, so it must be prized. And they need to find a basic. Dragon Elixir. Heal the 60 damage. And a Crystal Cave. This is like a tanky dragon deck. This player is cooking. You're going to have to heal more than that, though. Probably want a Lux Cape for this strategy as well. Now, with Double Dragon Energy, there is a legit Dragon healing strategy, which is to go Double Dragon. But at this point, I think we've got them. We'll send in the Charizard and take the knockout with Mela. And that's GG. Just couldn't get the extra basic on the bench. Alright, these have been pretty fast. We'll try one more. There's our Fuecoco. We're going to have to double check to make sure the Field Blower is in the deck. I do sometimes forget to add Field Blower, but you generally want it. Some decks don't play it, but most decks do. Ooh, it's not in the deck. Okay, we need to fix that. And we'll cut... So this card is funny. Marnie's Pride is... Because we don't have Blacksmith, but I found Marnie's Pride to be a pretty good Blacksmith replacement. Ultra Ball... Air Balloon. Could cut a Fire Energy. Although I think 10, we need 10. Definitely want Bird Keeper. I think we'll cut Kofu. Okay, let's do one more. So far, we've had some pretty good hands. Haven't seen the Skeletors come out yet. Oh, man, is anybody playing? It's like the end of the day. Just finished work. Hope you guys have been enjoying the content so far. And recently started putting out some shorts content to kind of put out the highlights for these games that, it's these videos get kind of long, and I understand people don't watch the whole thing. So I'm hoping that the shorts content is reaching more people. There we go. Pancree 1301. Let's go. I'm hoping a lot more people are getting into the format through TCG Live. All right, it's probably going to be the last one, whether it's a good one or a short one. All right, we're going first, so going to be less explosive than we have been. Looks like we're taking a mulligan here. Had to take one mulligan. Not bad, not too bad. All right, so land it's not a bad start. We're not going to bench the Fuecoco just yet. I do want to wait and see what's prized before I put Fuecoco down to fill up a bench spot. We have an energy though for our Salandit, so that's great. Probably should be running the 2 retreat Fuecoco. I run this one in paper because we have heavy ball that can search for it. Oh, we're playing against grass. Yeah, it looks like a bit of an odd one. Okay. Well, we'll just play it out and see how this goes. Let's start off with, we'll go ahead and heavy ball. Nothing in the prizes for us. Oh, but there's the Crocolore and the Skeletor, so we probably won't be benching this Fuecoco. And the Field Blower is in the prizes this time. We'll attach to the Salandit, and we're going to have to start building up our bench with the Salandit, but we can't attack yet, so we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Carablast. So is that evolves into Excelgor, I believe. I think there was one in the recent set, so that's the only reason I know that name. Push down. Oh, good thing we didn't bench that Fuecoco. That would have been really annoying. So I now realize I could have gotten Salazzle and kept the fire energy in hand and started drawing. But if I evolve into the Salazzle, I can't use Call for Family. So I gotta hope I get into a fire energy here. Yeah, that fire attach might have been premature. Drew a cast form. Okay. I think we're going to play the cast form, and then we'll go ahead and Call for Family. This is not bad. I think it's good to have the incense for Magcargo instead. And then we can make Cargo into Salazzle and then get the rest of the stuff we need. We're not under a ton of pressure. They are building their board a little bit faster than us. Tito. Looks like we're playing against a silver border pile, as I like to call them, which is, a lot of players trying out this trainer trials, not wanting to burn their credits for old cards that they'll never use in standard, so they just use their standard collection to try and build a deck. And we can now switch out the cast form, which has free retreat, so we don't mind that at all. Now there is a bit of a problem here with the Salandit, is that if we use Call for Family after we smooth over, we lose whatever we smooth over for. So that's okay. We're just going to get the Magcargo. So now instead of getting Salazzle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a fire energy source, which I think will be the Stadium. And then I can Welder I can smooth over and then welder to draw what I smoothed over for. And then we should be in good shape. I doubting that weakness is going to play a big part here, but it looks like our opponent has emptied their hand and does not have sufficient card draw available. Interesting. I'm going to go with the Sprigatito. I would have thought they would want to put the Maractus in the active to stop me from retreating. Okay, there's our Giant Hearth. So let's go ahead and I almost want to discard this Fuecoco. But I think I'll discard... Yeah, I'm going to discard the Fuecoco for now. Okay, and so now we can smooth over for... Probably want Salandit, or Salazzle, excuse me. So you can draw more cards. And then we'll go ahead and welder. We got a Nest Ball and a Ball Guy. Kind of wanted an energy, but we have energy with Giant Hearth, so that's not a problem. And then we'll Nest Ball for Charmander. And we cannot attack right now, so we will pass. Eventually the cast one will be able to attack. Opponent desperately needs to draw a draw supporter, but if you're only limiting yourself to Silver Border, what the plan there was discarding Superior Energy Retrieval, but yeah, if you're only limiting yourself to Silver Border, you've got what? Research, Iono, Kofu, Judge. I mean, you still have quite a bit, I guess. Surfer. Is that one that draws 4 and then you have to discard your hand? I haven't seen anybody using that, and I have not yet tried it as myself. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get a Rare Candy now. Rare Candy, where are you? There it is. And now we'll go ahead and Roast Reveal to draw our Rare Candy and 2 more cards, which, ooh, nice. Keep more in a Entei. And then we'll search for, let's see. We don't really need Ball Guy anymore, so let's go ahead and get rid of the Ball Guy. Get 2 energy. I think we start loading up the Heat more. Oh, we could get Welder back, so let's go ahead and do that. And we could actually start attacking with Salazzle, which I think that's the way to go. For weakness, I guess. Oh, this doesn't even need weakness because we're knocking out a Sprigatito. And then next turn we'll start taking our 2 prizes each turn with the Heat more. And we should be good to go. So, yeah. So sometimes you get these games, but it's still been super fun. Just like playing games on TCG Live, you get to play so many games so much faster than you would playing on like webcam. And you just get to make so many tweaks and improvements to the deck. Like, I spent a lot of time working on that Stevens Claydol deck because it was just not quite working when I converted it from its original Monkey Dory build with Necrozma. And I realized after a while it was because of the Guzhala. Guzhala was good in the Necrozma build. It wasn't working quite the way I wanted to with the Stevens Claydol deck. So I think I ended up cutting that for like a Brock Scouting, which ended up working a lot better. But yeah, just making these little micro adjustments to the deck is so much easier when you get to just jam games. I think our opponent may have disconnected. Oh, there we go. The Maractus. Probably what they should have put out instead of the Sprigatito. I'm not sure why. But, you know, sometimes people are just playing it in the background. They've got their phone out. They're doing something. I've been playing a ton on walks when I go for my exercise walks. You know, I try to walk for about an hour a day, and just being able to casually play GLC. Sometimes I don't pay attention. Sometimes something happens. There's just something coming in front of me that I need to pay attention to, and I forget what I'm doing and I miss a play, and it happens. But you know what? It's no stakes. It's on your phone. I will admit it's probably not the best way to practice the game. Not the best way to practice. If you want to get really good at GLC, this is probably not the way to do it, but you can at least get some reps in and kind of get your feet wet. And then when you need to, you can really dig into it. Okay, we've got a Bird Keeper, so let's go ahead and Giant Hearth. We'll get rid of the ball guy for 2 more energy. We will smooth over. And I think we'll grab Giant Cape. And we'll just lock this game up. Let's Welder to the Heatmore. Cape on it. Treat. And go ahead and Exciting Flame. Knock out the Fungus because I find Fungus to be annoying. Just as a Pokemon, nothing, no other reason. Alright, we take 60 damage from Maractus's Exploding Needles. And we'll take our 2 prizes. Yeah, opponent just kind of ran out of cards. Levincia? Okay, is this just random cards? I only just noticed the Levincia. So yeah, probably tuning out by now, but that's how the Fire deck works. If you're still playing, hopefully GLC will come back to TCG Live and you'll get to play these. And the biggest hope, of course, is that this is going to lead them to really put in the hours to finish up X and Y and Black and White. And really, if they even just finish up X and Y, it will put GLC to like 90%, 99% complete, in my opinion. There's hardly anything in Black and White that's really key to the format that I can think of. A few cards. Opponent was inactive for too long. Good game to our opponent. Thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate you watching all the content. Hopefully we'll get some more tabletop in-person content. We got Portland Regionals coming up, and I'm hoping to be able to attend and cover that and get some video and meet some people there. So look forward to some Portland Regionals coverage of a GLC Persuasion. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.